I got Isekai'd to ancient China and opened a restaurant, running the whole thing with a microwave and prepackaged meals while other chefs were up before dawn. My secret recipes? Just 3 minutes in the microwave. While everyone else stressed over ingredients, my fridge never ran dry. Customers went crazy over my Kung Pao chicken. The martial arts chief refused to leave, and a princess wanted to fund my franchise. Until the day my microwave finally gave out, and back in the present, I was stressing over my delivery shop shutting down. That's when a shout came from outside. "Hey, anybody in there? Hurry up and bring me some food, I'm starving!" Right as Yuji was lost in thought, a booming voice shattered the silence. Coming. What can I get you? We guarantee delivery in 20 minutes, or it's on the house." He pocketed his phone and looked up out of habit, and froze. His modern little shop had turned into a full-on ancient-style tavern. Ashwood square tables, old elm staircases, big red lanterns hanging overhead. Everything felt both foreign and familiar. Where was he? Wasn't he just in his own delivery shop? And this guest in full ancient robes, had he wandered onto a film set? Or was he just sleep-deprived and hallucinating? "Why are you just standing there? Go get me some food, anything works." "I'm not picky." The guest, seeing Yuji frozen, started getting impatient. Yuji snapped out of it, nodded a few times, and headed to the kitchen. Real or not, he needed to splash some water on his face. Back in the kitchen, he grabbed a pack of Kung Pao chicken from the fridge, his bestseller, snipped the bag, dumped it in a bowl, and tossed it in the microwave. Done in one smooth move. The microwave hummed. He finally had a second to rinse his face and calm down. He worked up the nerve to step out. Fluorescent lights, glass door, electric fan, everything looked normal. So it was all in his head? That customer wasn't real? Wait, if there was no customer, then he just heated up that Kung Pao for nothing? Whatever, might as well eat it himself. He hadn't even had dinner yet. Yuji dragged himself back. Right on cue, the microwave dinged. A wave of aroma hit him. He grabbed his chopsticks and tried a piece. Not bad, honestly, even for prepackaged. Who knows how many additives were in there, though. While Yuji was in the kitchen, the guest sat alone in the dining hall, stomach growling. Wang Zhen clutched his stomach, miserable. If he wasn't absolutely starving, he'd never have stepped into some nobody joint like this. Should have never taken this shortcut. Nothing to eat, nowhere to stay. Total waste of a road. If he'd taken the other road, he'd be living it up in a proper inn right now. That tavern in the next town actually had some decent dishes. Even rotated new items, plenty to keep a foodie happy. Nothing like this dump. Broke and busted. Wang Zhen scanned the place with disgust. 6 grimy tables covered in dust, cobwebs in the corner. Clearly nobody had cleaned in ages, and this place claimed 20-minute service? Probably just had some sketchy wild slop. Could literally die eating here, but starve if he didn't. What a nightmare. Fine. Just fill the stomach and move on. Once he got back to the capital, he was hitting Taifeng restaurant for a proper meal. Wait, what was that smell? Was he hallucinating from hunger? No way, this place actually smelled good. He opened his eyes, and Wang Zhen caught. Eyes locking with Yuji, one hand on the plate, the other holding a piece of Kung Pao chicken, chopsticks halfway to his mouth. Dead silence, maximum awkward. "Hey, what exactly are you doing?" Wang Zhen pointed at Yuji's hand, completely baffled. A restaurant owner eating his customers' food right in front of them? "Bro, what?" "No worries, sir, I was just making sure it was fully heated." He quickly put the chopsticks down. Not really his fault, though. He genuinely thought he'd been hallucinating. Might as well eat it before it went to waste. A prepackaged meal like that? Even a dog would turn it down. But the second he stepped out of the kitchen, he'd time-traveled right back to this bizarre place. It's fine. Slurp. Wait, what even is this dish? By now, Wang Zhen's full attention was locked on the dish. The smell was absolutely aggressive. Glossy red chicken, each piece coated in thick sauce, green cucumber and golden peanuts on the side. Just the look of it had him drooling. Kung Pao chicken. You've never had it before? Yuji looked a little puzzled as he set the dish down in front of Wang Zhen. Kung Pao chicken was about as basic as it got. Pretty much every household had made it at least once. Sure, it tasted good, but drooling over it. And this wasn't even fresh, straight up pre-packaged, loaded with who knows how many additives. Yet this guy was acting like it was the best thing he'd ever tasted. Was he seriously in the past? Dude was reacting like he'd never seen a dish this good in his life. This smells incredible. Wang Zhen couldn't wait. He grabbed a piece and popped it in his mouth. Eyes went wide. It was like the chicken was alive on his tongue. Tender, silky, melting, every bite packed with rich chicken flavor. Absolutely unreal. The bright green cucumber, crisp and refreshing, kept the whole dish from feeling heavy. The other bits, no idea what they were. Toasty, crunchy, also amazing. If only there was a jug of wine. That would have been paradise. But one look at the empty counter and he dropped the idea. A roadside joint like this, one standout dish was already impressive. Sure enough, Yuji didn't stock alcohol. It was a takeout spot after all. Who sells booze at a takeout joint? Glad you're enjoying it, sir. Watching Wang Zhen go to town like that, Yuji felt a little guilty. $5 a bag. This did not deserve that level of hype. The smell was probably industrial flavoring, and whatever made the chicken that tender, some kind of lab magic for sure. The scariest part? 2-year shelf life. Already a year and a half in. Just thinking about the preservatives made him shudder. But hey, $5, protein and veggies included. As long as it didn't kill you, that was a win. Amazing! Best thing I've ever eaten. One more, actually no, give me 10 more. Wang Zhen licked the plate clean and declared boldly. Good food, just a tiny portion. Not that money was an issue for him. Yuji watched him lick the plate spotless. Dude must have been really desperate. Didn't say a word, just nodded and headed back to the kitchen. Opened the fridge, grabbed the packs, plate them up into the microwave. 30 seconds defrost, 3 minutes heat. Same routine every time, honestly kind of sad how familiar it felt. Clunk, 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 clunk. Like multiple microwaves firing up at once, Yuji finally had a second to think. What was different about those trips out? It had to be about which door he used. His kitchen was big enough to have 2 doors. One led straight to the front of the shop. Totally normal. The other curved around and came out from under the staircase, originally just for easy access to the upstairs bedroom. Apparently that one had other plans. It literally sent him to ancient times. Yuji tested it a few more times. Sure enough, the front door led to his normal modern delivery shop. The staircase door? Ancient China. He had actually time traveled. Ding 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 ding, ding ding ding. A string of microwave beeps snapped Yuji back to reality. He straightened his shirt and pulled out all 10 portions. Whatever was going on, first priority was getting this customer out the door. Everything else could wait, for later. Once the shop closed, he'd have all the time he needed to figure it out. He carried the trays out, and once again locked eyes with Wang Zhen, who was once again licking his plate. Bro. Sir. Please. Yuji forced a smile and said nothing, but internally was losing it. This guy looked totally put together. So why was he acting like he'd never eaten in his entire life? How many times had he licked that plate now? You cook pretty fast, don't you? Wang Zhen was a little embarrassed. This wasn't like him at all. Even at Taifeng restaurant back in the capital, the most he'd done was finish every last bite. Licking the plate? Never. He had a reputation to uphold. Plate licking was completely beneath him under normal circumstances. But that food? Seriously, it was that good. The sauce, especially. The more he looked at it, the more he wanted it. Next thing he knew, he was just going for it. Hey, it's alright. Speed is kind of our thing here. Sir, all 10 orders of Kung Pao chicken are up. Can I get you anything else? Yuji kept a straight face, trained well enough not to crack. This? He could handle. Though if Wang Zhen kept licking those plates, he might not last much longer.